Ever had a runny nose that just wouldn't quit? It's a common nuisance we've all dealt with at some point. It can be caused by a variety of factors, from a simple cold to allergies. But there's no need to suffer in silence. In today's video, we're going to share 10 effective remedies to help you combat that pesky runny nose and fast. From hydration to steam inhalation, we've got you covered. So grab a tissue and stay tuned as we dive into these 10 effective remedies for a runny nose. First up, the importance of hydration cannot be overstated. It's like the golden rule of health, and it's no different when it comes to dealing with a runny nose. By drinking plenty of fluids, you're helping your body in more ways than you might realize. Fluids like water, herbal teas, and clear broths do more than just quench your thirst. They help to thin out the mucus that's causing your runny nose. When the mucus is thinner, it's easier for your body to get rid of it. Plus, these fluids are also keeping your body hydrated, which is crucial for overall health. Think about it. When you're properly hydrated, your body functions better. The same principle applies here. By staying hydrated, you're giving your body the necessary tools to fight off whatever is causing your runny nose. So, fill up that water bottle, brew some herbal tea, or whip up a comforting bowl of broth. Remember, when dealing with a runny nose, hydration is key. Next, let's talk about the wonders of steam inhalation. You may wonder how something so simple can be so effective, but it's the warmth of the steam that does the trick. It works like a charm to clear those pesky nasal passages, making it easier for you to breathe. When you inhale steam, the warmth and moisture help thin the mucus in your sinuses. This loosens up the congestion and can provide immediate relief. It's like giving your nose a spa day. Not only does it help with a runny nose, but it can also soothe a scratchy throat. A hot, steamy shower is a great way to get the benefits of steam inhalation. Alternatively, you can fill a bowl with hot water, lean over it, and cover your head with a towel to trap the steam. Just be careful not to get too close and risk a burn. So, when your nose starts running, consider a hot, steamy shower or a bowl of hot water for some relief. The third tip involves a simple saline nasal rinse. Now, you might be wondering, what's that? Well, it's a straightforward and effective method to clear your nasal passages. All you need is a saline solution, which is essentially a mix of salt and water. You can easily make this at home or purchase it from a pharmacy. The process is quite simple. You gently pour the saline solution into one nostril and let it flow out from the other. This rinses out excess mucus and those pesky irritants that contribute to your runny nose. It's like giving your nose a refreshing bath. You can use a net pod or a saline nasal spray for this purpose. Both are easy to use and can provide immediate relief. Remember, it's important to clean your neti pot or nasal spray after each use to prevent any bacterial buildup. A saline rinse can be a lifesaver when you're dealing with a bothersome runny nose. The fourth tip involves a little bit of heat therapy. Now let's talk about the magic of a warm compress. When you're battling a runny nose, your sinuses can become inflamed and congested, making everything feel stuffy and uncomfortable. Here's where a warm compress comes into play. The simple home remedy can work wonders to soothe your troubled sinuses. By applying a warm compress over your sinuses, you're giving your body a helping hand to reduce inflammation and congestion. The warmth from the compress helps to thin out the mucus, making it easier for your body to expel it. It's like giving your sinuses a gentle, warm hug, helping to alleviate that blocked-up feeling. Plus, there's an added bonus. The heat can also offer instant relief from any pain or pressure you might be feeling in your sinus areas. It's a quick, easy, and effective way to provide some much-needed comfort when you're feeling under the weather. A warm compress can provide instant relief and comfort. Tip number 5 is particularly for those with allergies. Now, we all love spending time outdoors, but sometimes nature can be a bit too much for our noses to handle. On days when the pollen count is high, it's best to lay low and stay indoors. You see, pollen is a common allergen that can trigger allergic reactions and subsequently a runny nose. It's microscopic but packs quite a punch. When pollen levels are off the charts, it's like an invisible cloud of irritants, waiting to wreak havoc on your sinuses. And if you're susceptible to allergies, even a small amount can send your body into overdrive, causing nasal congestion, sneezing, and yes, that dreaded runny nose. So how do you combat this? Simple. Keep an eye on local weather forecasts for pollen levels and plan your outdoor activities accordingly. It might seem a bit inconvenient, but trust me, your nose will thank you. Remember, prevention is better than cure, especially when it comes to allergies. Speaking of prevention, let's move on to tip number 6. We've all had that moment, haven't we? You're in a dusty room or around a bonfire and suddenly your nose becomes a faucet. That's because irritants like smoke and dust can often be the culprits behind a runny nose. They provoke our nasal passages to produce more mucus in an attempt to clear these irritants out. So, what's the game plan? It's simple. Avoid these irritants as much as possible. If you're heading into a dusty environment, consider wearing a mask or a bandana over your nose and mouth. If smoke is the issue, try to steer clear of areas where people are smoking or where there's a high concentration of air pollutants. Remember, your nose is your body's first line of defense against foreign particles. By helping it out and avoiding these irritants, you're not only preventing a runny nose, but also safeguarding your overall health. Staying clear of irritants can keep that pesky runny nose at bay. Tip number 7 is something we all love. Rest. It's not just a luxury, it's a necessity, especially when your body is engaged in a battle like fighting off a cold, the flu, or allergies that have your nose running like a faucet. Rest is the unsung hero in our daily lives, a powerful tool that allows our bodies to recover and rejuvenate. When we rest, we enable our immune system to concentrate its efforts on the task at hand, whether that's battling a virus or fending off seasonal allergies. Like a dedicated army, it needs time and resources to regroup. That's where rest comes in. Sleep is the best form of rest. It's during those precious hours of slumber that our bodies work overtime to repair and restore themselves. So don't overlook the power of a good night's sleep or even a quick nap during the day. It's not being lazy, it's being smart. So give your body the rest it needs to recover. Moving on to tip number 8, let's talk about the importance of elevation. We're not suggesting you move to a mountaintop, but rather consider elevating your head while you sleep. This simple change in sleeping posture can work wonders for a runny nose. You see, when you lie flat, gravity can cause the mucus to pool in your sinuses, leading to congestion and discomfort. By propping your head up a little higher, you encourage the mucus to flow down instead of accumulating. This can significantly reduce nasal congestion and provide you with a more comfortable sleep. You can achieve this by adding an extra pillow or two, or by using a specially designed wedge pillow. But remember, comfort is key. So find an elevation level that works best for you without straining your neck or back. Remember, a little elevation can go a long way in providing relief. Last but not least, our final tip. When battling a runny nose, don't underestimate the power of a steaming cup of herbal tea or a comforting bowl of chicken soup. Yes, you heard that right. These warm fluids work wonders in soothing a sore throat and alleviating nasal congestion. Just imagine a sip of hot tea warming you from the inside not only provides immediate relief to your throat, but its steam also helps clear up your nasal passages. Similarly, a bowl of chicken soup, an age-old remedy, does more than just fill your stomach. Its warmth aids in reducing the inflammation in your nasal passages, helping you breathe easier. These warm beverages, coupled with their healing properties, provide a comforting and soothing effect, making you feel a little better with every sip. So, next time you're dealing with a runny nose, reach for a warm cup of comfort. There you have it. 10 tips to cure a runny nose fast. Let's take a quick stroll back through them to ensure they've got a cozy spot in our memory banks. Staying hydrated is not just for gym enthusiasts. It's a quick, easy way to thin out that annoying mucus. Next, the clouds of goodness from steam inhalation can bring instant relief. And let's not forget the saline nasal rinse, a simple yet effective method for clearing out those pesky nasal passages. Warm compresses are like gentle hugs for your sinuses, easing congestion and bringing comfort. On days when pollen decides to throw a party, it's best to stay indoors and leave the dancing to the bees. And speaking of parties, Irritants are definitely not on your guest list. Steer clear to keep your nose happy. Rest is not just for the weary. It's an essential part of your body's defense strategy against colds, flu, and allergies. And while we're on the subject of sleep, remember to elevate your head. This simple adjustment can make a world of difference in preventing that mucus pool party in your sinuses. Lastly, warm fluids are like a soothing serenade for your throat while also relieving nasal congestion. So there it is. Try these methods and find out which ones work best for you. Remember, a runny nose may be common, but it doesn't have to be a nuisance. Stay healthy and stay happy.